The drowsiness finally fades away, and the girl takes a slow, deep breath as she returns to the room. The feeling of being back on solid ground weighs heavy in her stomach, but the girl is able to hide it. For now. Are you sure we're doing this right? Her small frame leans against a wall for balance, and she seems a little confused. So this is Cecile. Is that her name? Cecile, right? She struggles to control her expression and make herself look a little more determined. It's hard for you, too. Even just wanting to catch some fresh air at this school comes at a cost. At least the incense gives you some peace of mind, she thinks, but she can't say it out loud. So I guess we're in the POV of the girl in the vision, right? You look out for me. I'm used to pranks, and I don't want a close friend like you to suffer. If you continue to put up with it, they'll just keep on doing it. I'm worried about you. If you don't hold on until next year, it will all be for nothing. What will be for nothing? Is the competition really that important? There's no use now in making noise and attracting attention now, is there? We need absolute proof, and until we have it, we just have to stay put. I know, but I'm a little... Besides, I want to spend more time with you. Those words make both of their faces flush a little. Speaking of which, your birthday is coming up soon, right? Finally, one of them breaks the silence. The light is dim, and she can't make out more than a faint glow. Yeah, that's right. A bright smile breaks the awkward tension in the room. I'm sorry I didn't prepare anything for your birthday, but... That's not your fault. I didn't even tell you when my birthday was. Anyway, I hope you're looking forward to your birthday present. A surprise? She immediately starts wondering about what it could possibly be. So, I don't know why, but it's not giving us A, an outline for this character, and B, quotes. Like, it doesn't tell us when she's actually talking versus when she's thinking, which is just messing with my brain a little bit. Anyways, about that, if I ask you a question, will you answer truthfully? Sure. What is it? It's really simple. She stands up and approaches her, looking straight into her eyes. Are you really doing all of this for my sake? And now everything is in the negative? Triple exclamation point. The girl turns around and hugs herself. I'm so confused. Even outside the hallucination, that spark behind the eyes is a mystery she has never quite managed to understand. Walking the same path has turned it into somewhat of a shared obsession, buried deep within. That last glimpse made her shiver. It's like dancing on the tip of a knife. Okay. I'm confused. So we were just in some kind of hallucination, apparently. Or it was a memory. Or it was both. And now we're back to being the dude. Like nothing happened. Okay. I didn't have to wait long for Scarlet. I had a little too much to drink last night. She crawls into the store with a weary expression as if she were close to death. Whoa there, it looks like you were hogging all the bottles and didn't leave anything for your drinking buddies. As she comes closer, I catch a whiff of makeup. Makeup doesn't smell. Oh, okay, it's for dramatic effect. Staying up late is excusable, but I don't think it makes sense that she used that much makeup to cover the bags under her eyes. Seeing my expression, Scarlett leans grumpily against a bookcase. I spend my days and nights drowning in wine while putting on a fake smile, all to gather small tidbits of information from the people in charge. And this is the thanks I get? I rub my nose, embarrassed. As always, you can be counted on at such a critical moment. She gives me a satisfied, victorious smirk, like a child who has the upper hand in an argument. Doesn't look like she's going to change her habits anytime soon. Okay, so we can talk to her. We can look at her bookshelf. Maybe let's do thoughts. See if we have any insight to offer before we talk to Scarlett. Cough. Indoor smoking is such a bad idea. Judging from Scarlett's expression, the trip to the archives must have been successful. As a transfer student, what Cecile went through is completely unjustified. If nothing turns up in regards to her, the only smart choice is to start with the school itself instead. We can all agree on that. But how would the events of the last semester relate to Cecile? I trust Scarlett's judgment, but as a result, I'm even more curious about her thoughts. I better hear what she has to say first. Okay, let's talk to her. So, what did you find out yesterday? It's kind of difficult. As I mentioned yesterday, the Department of Education, the Association of Young Artists, and Phoenix High School communicated a lot last semester. The correspondence between them has been unusually frequent. Generally speaking, the school itself can initiate administrative penalty sanctions against a student. Oh my goodness. A lot of text. The administrative bodies outside the school do not usually interfere, as long as everything is in line with the school's rules and regulations. Superiors getting involved in this process is somewhat of a taboo, as it would imply that the school was doing something wrong. But this time it's different. Spider noise? Yes. In this case, sanctions were withdrawn multiple times. I can't help but swallow, even though my mouth is as dry as a desert. And the initiator of the sanction wasn't even Phoenix High School. It was just a substitute. Is that even allowed? The school has to follow certain rules and regulations, after all. That's exactly the point. That's a lot of papers. She takes out a stack of paper that appear to be confidential documents. They have various headlines, but the words withdrawal and notification appear often and stick out like a sore thumb. In March, the Young Artists Association repeatedly asked authorities to monitor Phoenix High School and take disciplinary action against the students, but they always withdrew their requests. It's a constant back and forth. They withdraw their request, they make a new recommendation, and so on. A classic delaying tactic. So, the Young Artists Association keeps pressuring Phoenix High School to take disciplinary action, but is being hindered by bureaucratic obstacles. It isn't only the association. Many other local schools, universities, and institutions are involved as well, which makes it so hard to fathom. Why? Why would a college care about this high school? And there's an S, so multiple universities, other schools. What? So it's public outrage. It would be hard for anyone to stand their ground with a spectacle like this. Then again, the whole situation says a lot. Two things in particular seem strange to me. What could the students at Phoenix High have done to get everyone so riled up? Scarlet doesn't seem surprised. It's a fairly obvious question. She rubs her forehead and starts explaining the situation to me. The Young Artists Association focuses on industry exchanges. They are mainly active in nearby provinces and usually aren't in contact with regular universities. If they do get in contact, it's because of the annual competition. The one that caused so much controversy last year? Seems like you've done your homework. You're right. It was a pretty big thing last year. A watercolor piece called Blossoms made the first place in the painting category. But it turns out that the artist Lily actually took credit for someone else's work. You mean she put her own name on someone else's work and submitted it? That reminds me of a saying I once heard: borrowed flowers wither fast. If the piece hadn't won the competition, it wouldn't have caused that much of a scandal. But instead, it was exactly the type of ammunition certain parties needed to apply pressure to the school and make demands. The other participating schools were just as eager to win and wouldn't let something like that slide. Scarlet nods. Although it's unclear how the lie was uncovered in the first place, these documents show that there is a strong desire for disciplinary action, giving them more than enough reason to demand a rerun of the competition. Actually, that seems to be the goal. People love to hand out punishments, as long as they're not on the receiving end. The organizers, as well as the participants, are applying pressure, so it looks like it's a done deal. The disciplinary action was eventually revoked, but they re-evaluated the award. As they should. I mean, it makes sense to be like, okay, you can't get the reward if it's not yours. It's plagiarism. It was impossible for Phoenix High to maintain its ranking. That sounds plausible. So, Lily is a member of the art club? That's right. She was the club president before Eloise took over her position. I see. If the club president gets into trouble like that, it reflects badly on the other students. Must have led to a lot of tension between them. Probably. A roof won't hold if the foundation is crumbling, after all. With the last student representative involved in such a scandal, it's becoming increasingly important to find out what exactly has been going on behind the scenes of that art club. You're right. You're absolutely right. Which is why I'll be going straight to Phoenix High School this afternoon. What? I should consume less cigarettes. Luckily enough, I'm not one of those bookstore owners who have a habit of drinking a lot of tea, or else I would have spat it out in a geyser just now. Isn't that a little too drastic? How would someone her age blend into a school? I can see Scarlet shooting me a smug look from behind her sunglasses. I'm a talented enough actor to play the role of a mother. This is the first time I've seen someone being proud of their age like that. I can try and help, but I can't guarantee the outcome. What makes you think I need help? I've got this. She helps me push back a hardcover book that was about to squeeze its way out of the bookshelf. While I was doing research yesterday, I decided that I just had to check this whole thing out for myself. This is something big, isn't it? That a simple matter of fraud could have so many twists and turns. It's important to get to the bottom of it and uncover what the school is hiding. That seems to be Scarlett's main goal. You should be fine, what with your amazing acting skills. But what's the catch? You might not be able to tell from the outside of that school, but I had a hard time dealing with their administration at first. So I did some digging online and managed to find a lead on a couple of social media platforms. All you have to do is look for a verified account with real name authentication and check the list of users who follow it. It's really simple. I have a hard time following what she's saying. Old. He's very set in his ways, isn't he? I'm really surprised he offered to help. Although I don't know if by help he meant like go with her. But that would be interesting. I think that would be very interesting to see how they would like act that out. Anyway, here's how we should proceed. Let's look at our bookshelf. I don't think we got anything new, but it mentioned a book. So I was like, maybe we should see. Okay, I think we looked at all of these. Though, we did find... what is it? Clue. We found a clue. Okay. What happened to Eloise, and what are lilac grass origins? Let's see if he has any thoughts. It's like that it makes him light a cigarette every time we do the thoughts. Anyways, I should quit smoking or my brain cells will die too soon. Yeah, you should. You should, buddy. That's very true. No wonder Cecile felt such a strange atmosphere within the art club. Yeah, because it's, wild. Regardless of whoever's responsible, the club has lost the championship due to internal conflicts. It's no wonder that the art club members feel furious towards each other if they have all been suspected for no reason. So, could this be the cause of Eloise's injury? As a direct result, Eloise took over the position of a student representative from Lily. Did she gain power after the conflict, or did she become a replacement simply because someone had to take the fall? Either way, it's highly likely that she's involved somehow. Scarlett has made her opinion clear.